Hey everyone, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, including my own, wherever he may be, whoever he may be. Happy Father's Day to all the dads that are up there, including the man that raised me, who is my dad. I consider him as my dad, I always have done, even though I'm not his blood. He treated me as his own. And I'm remembering him today with a big tankard of wine, red wine. That's for him to drink. I've got my own here as well. I've raised a toast to him. I've kind of made his. He used to make beef bourguignon, so I've looked at the ingredients. So I've been and got the ingredients, and it's now cooking in the kitchen. It smells absolutely gorgeous. Bringing back memories. It's nice memories. It's good memories. So yeah, this is my way of remembering him today on Father's Day. And I've made a little poem. I have tried to do this once before, but for some reason I pressed stop. So I shall try and read it out again. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. My dad. Dad, this poem speaks of you and all the things we used to do. From Winnie the Pooh as bedtime stories, then sending heartfelt letters to tooth fairies, sitting on your soldiers to wash and plait your hair, and watching locals win real ducks at that French fair. Off on walks for miles we'd go, always in front because Gran was so slow. Your pea and ham soup I simply adore, sat on the cliffs drinking its warmth as we draw. When I helped paint that house and moved all those slabs, and down on the beach showing you teeny tiny crabs, sat at your piano playing a classical tune. My favourite was always Debussy's Clair de Lune. Memories of France, Cyprus, the Channel Islands, and of the UK. I recall many more memories each and every day. You'd pick me up from school and we'd go for a swim. No matter how cold, you'd dive straight in. You showed me kindness, and I thank you for that. To you, kind sir, I bow and take off my hat. I wish I had told you before you went away how much I love you each and every day. I know you look down and you see my tears, and you understand why I had so many fears. I feel you around me as I sit all alone, remembering a person I used to call home. I feel your warmth, I feel your love, I feel you protect me from heaven above. I sit here now and I just want to say thank you for being my dad in every way. Even though you're gone, I can clearly see that every part of you shines bright in all of me. Happy Father's Day, Dad. And that's that. Obviously I've got so many other memories that I'd like to put in it, but I would have gone on for hours and hours and hours. But yeah, that was just a little poem I made up for my dad. Sat and had a bit of a cry this morning. It's been a bit of a weird one this morning, a bit emotional. I didn't know how I'd take it, but it seems to be going okay. You know, I've had a little wine. I'm not going to be drinking lots or anything like that, so I don't feel I need to. I don't feel I want to really. So that's why I've made the beef bourguignon. I didn't really want to waste it. I mean, I'll be tipping my dad's wine outside somewhere in the garden for him, you know, send it to the earth for him. I think he'd like that. I think he'd like me remembering him today. So yeah, I don't know what else to say now. I was going to say something else, but I completely forgot. But thank you everybody for listening to my little poem about my dad. There's no there's a part, I'm sat on your soldiers. Now I could never used to be able to say soldiers, shoulders. So it came out as soldiers. It's the same as vinegar. I always used to call it vigina. You know, it's just those little things that make it special to me in my little poem to him. Yeah, I'm sure he remembers all of these little things that he used to do for me. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful man. And it's been a good day to remember him. had a few little weird. I've been playing music all morning to keep my sort of like head in the right place for all this like. And it's weird because the tunes that have been coming on, I've been reflecting my thoughts about him, and it's quite strange that they just pop up out of the blue because I've got it on shuffle, you know, my playlist on shuffle of all my music, so it's all random, and it's just strange what's been coming out. Yeah. So I know he's around. I'm sure he appreciates the little offerings I'm giving him today. You know, I'm sure he knows my thoughts. The reasons why, you know, I didn't contact him for so long. Unfortunately, he died before I could contact him. As much as I wanted to reach out to him and say thank you, basically for all the stuff that he'd done for me, you know, making me into the person I am today. It was tragic that I couldn't do that, but you know, I've overcome that. I talk to him every day, you know, say hello to him, you know, everything that I do, I see him, go for walks in nature, I see him, I hear music, I see him, you know, I draw a picture. It's his encouragement that made me the person I am today. On the kind side of things, you know, I don't think that I would actually be who I am today if there wasn't the kind people in my family. There was just a few. It was just a shame that, you know, they all couldn't have been like that. You know, I might have been a completely different person. You know, either way, if they were all nice to me or if they were all bad to me, you know, I could have been a completely different person. It's quite strange how the brain changes with your environment. But yeah, I just wanted to remember my dad in his little, lovely little ways that he was. Yeah, plenty more of memories that I can think of. All good, you know, I don't have a bad memory of him. Not that I can think of at all, you know. I don't remember him raising a hand to me. I think he might have done, you know. I sort of have maybe a slight recollection of, you know, when I was tiny, like, you know, but for the right reasons. But no, never had an angry word to me. He'd tell me off, but you know, it wasn't like screaming and shouting at me. He'd tell me what I'd done wrong. You know, he was a good role model for me. Anyway, I don't know if any members of my family think that or not. Obviously, my mum doesn't think that. She hates him for her own reasons, like, you know. But you know, I don't know. But yeah, I've waffled on enough now. Thank you for watching, and I hope you did enjoy that. Yeah, and I shall be posting more videos soon. Just want to say thank you as well, quickly, for all the comments that people have put in. You're all amazing. The support that you're giving me is absolutely just amazing, and the support that you're giving each other. I know it's difficult to talk about a lot of stuff. I know you're getting triggered left, right, and centre. I mean, the stuff I'm talking about can't be doing you any good either. But I'm hoping that I'm giving you a bit of hope, just by talking about my own experiences, something for you to relate to, you know, and to think, oh yeah, it is normal the way I'm feeling, you know. It's nothing out of the ordinary for what you've been through, very much so. And I know, you know, days like today is very hard. It's like for my daughter, you know, I'm not married to her dad anymore. Her dad, he was not a very nice person either. And she's figured this out for herself. So today's a bit of a bad day for her too. You know, not being around him, not by her own choice, like, you know, by his choice. You know, the ball was always in his court, and he chose not to play the ball back. You know, the same with a lot of narcissistic people. They just haven't got the care there for their children or you know, their parents. Either way, it's one of those, isn't it? But yeah, today's one of those days that there's a lot of emotions around, for, for all different reasons. But yeah, I choose to have this day as a happy day. I've had a grieve again. I mean, it's my first Father's Day without my dad. You know, my first Father's Day where I couldn't reach out to him, you know, physically. I can mentally, you know, I can spiritually. I can do that now, very much so. But, you know, it's, it's the first time I've had to do that, you know. There was always that in the back of my head that I can contact him. I can just go and write a letter or whatever. But yeah, that's been taken away now, so I've got other ways of contacting him and speaking to him and coming to terms with everything that went on in the family, because I know a lot of it wasn't his fault. A hell of a lot of it wasn't his fault, you know. I do believe that he was abused by my gran, you know, mentally, physically, whatever way, you know, the same as she's done to everybody else, you know. I can imagine that, and the sort of person he was an empath, you know. And she was a parasite that stuck to him and the rest of the family. But enough about that. I think it's time to go. I'm going to go and check my beef bourguignon, have a bit more of my wine, and probably put some nice happy tunes on again. Get the good vibe going. I might even go and feed the squirrels in a bit. Spend a bit of time in nature, because he did enjoy nature. He was a very, very learned man. He worked for the National Trust at one point, you know, and he used to take us out on walks every Sunday, and we'd go collecting wood for the winter and things like that. And yeah, just all these good memories. So I think I shall do that. But I'm going with the flow, see what the universe says, and see which way my dad wants us to go. I'm sure he'd be quite happy whatever I do today. Yeah, I believe so anyway. But yeah, I'll stop waffling now. It's time to go. Bye bye everyone.